And the Rebels will put total leather and will get started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Buckeyes offense will have the football first. We've got a battle that you two are going to love, and so is everybody else for that matter. High-octane offense, stone-wall defense. As they say, something's got to give, Jesse.
Yeah, this is a classic example here of the unstoppable force versus the immovable object, right? Something has got to give, and you really got to dive into the X's and O's in a game like this because every single individual matchup on the field matters when these two teams play each other.
Yeah, and these are just fun, right? Like great versus great. Like who's going to win? What style's going to prevail? Both these teams have been able to impose their will week after week on their opponents. Now, high-powered matchup. Who's going to get the win?
Grab near the sticks. It's Coleman. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Jordan. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. So the opening drive of the game, and you spit it up. That's not the way to get things started.
Coaches are always preaching about not committing penalties and winning the turnover battle. So you're able to go on this first drive, and you're doing a couple positive things, and then turn it over, not to start this offense.
The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
And the Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds the tight end. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10.
Well, after getting that takeaway, this offense is needing some points, and that's a big completion there on 3rd down. Good job reading the coverage. The offense is going to stay on the field. They want to keep this momentum going, and that last completion, that was big.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the defense gets bruised, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
This defense talked about it coming into this football game. We've got to affect the quarterback. We've got to rattle him. We've got to hit him early. How about this? First drive, 2 sacks already. So far, mission accomplished.
And a precision punt there will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air, it's Underwood. Looking deep. Makes the grab on the left side. Here he goes. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Buckeye. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
There's usually two different thought processes when I'm backed up towards my own goal line. Run it, create more space, or take a big shot and try to make a big play. And did this offense ever make a big play? 90-plus yard touchdown. That is how you do it.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. And the Rebels are in the hurry-up.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and it went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Well, that DB did everything right on that deep shot. You saw the speed, you saw his ability to turn his hips, and how about getting his head around, locating the football, and then knocking it away? Couldn't have done that better.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Cradles it at the 35. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll throw it quickly to the tight end. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
He's going to fire deep. He brought it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Back to throw, it's right. Moving away from pressure. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Release to the back. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long. On the run, it's Simmons. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3. The Rebels want to move quickly. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Buckeyes. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business. As an offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You've got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision.
And the run goes nowhere, and that'll send us to halftime. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start the second half. And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. And this defense, this crowd, this atmosphere, it can rattle an offense in a hurry.
You can shake them up. When you can get to the quarterback and affect them, we all know they become very human. They start seeing things. And with this crowd, they can't hear anything. This place is going absolutely nuts. Nice job rushing the passer, igniting the crowd.
And the Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Catch in the middle, it's Bullard. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Here's the pressure. Fires to the big fella. Turning it on. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Rebels in the hurry-up.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And after your defense just went out there and gave them a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's right. Bringing the heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now
he's going to throw deep right side. Pulls in the deep ball. Oh, look out on the right. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Calls his own number. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
Already, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off. He'd stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much. Even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
And the Rebels brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Ohio State 28, Ole Miss 0.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. They're going to ride this running back. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. After run, now throw. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
The one thing I love about this defense, and they're showing it here in this game, is there's a variety of ways they can get after your quarterback. They can get home with 4, they can get home with 3, or they can blitz guys from all over the field. But they've got athletes with bad intentions, and they've registered a ton of sacks in this one.
in long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking for a man. It's right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. There he goes. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. It was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up fourth down. If you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys, they're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. The give to the big fullback. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And it's the throwback fullback picking up the first down. Great effort on fourth, surging ahead to keep his offense on the field.
The Rebels back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to throw on first down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. They'll run the screen. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
You've got to give this defense tons of credit because they have been lights out. They have not allowed a single point so far. And a big reason why is how well they're playing on the back end. They came into this game knowing the offense was going to try to throw the football, but they're not giving anything up. And another great job that time in coverage.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. They're working that left side. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win on to next week. And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Might be changing the route. Dropping back, it's Underwood. He lobs one high down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking downfield on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense.
Reels it in down the left side. They make the stop, but that's going to do it here as time has expired, and that'll just serve to pad the stats. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes. The Blazers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense is on the field for the first time today. Making side adjustments here. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's all the way across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41, and the running game getting it done. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. To the ground. He's got it again.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Got it in the middle, it's Anderson. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass. They go to the wide receiver screen. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
With the catch, it's Anderson. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the 1st down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Nice job. Listen, catch the football, understand 4th and short, the situation, and then go get that 1st down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding that situation.
They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So UAB's offense will go to work for the first time today. And And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is, how's this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their backs touches, but try to keep them away from this guy because he is a heat-seeking missile.
He is, and he's sideline to sideline. He's good in the pass. He's good in the run. Like, he really is hard to get away from. Maybe read him some. You know, get the ball out quick. Try to avoid him as much as possible because he has wrecked many a games.
They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. To throw, it's Simmons. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Blazers send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Makes the catch at the 35. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He wants to change this route. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Trying to burn this defensive back. Snags it inside the 20. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They build their attack around those big plays, and they got one to give them a 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 18. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big game, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. And the rush will get to him at the 25. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And the right rotation on that one to get a little help from the crossbar and get it through. And that lead grows even bigger.
They never ask how, they always ask how many. And that thing off the crossbar, inches away from a miss. It was a pretty long kick. Kicker gets just enough of it and puts 3 on the board.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down. It was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Grab behind the line. It's Barnes. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Blazers are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Great job by the pass rush up front. 3rd and long situation. They're anticipating pass, and they know the quarterback's going to have to hold on to the football. Nice job pinning their ears back and getting home.
Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He's going to get loose. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're already in great field goal position here, David. The question is, how aggressive do they get?
Full throttle. Be aggressive. Try to get the touchdown here, man. Such great starting field position.
It's just going to take one play, right? They've got the weapons outside. Give a guy an opportunity to make a play in the end zone. Think about the momentum change that would create.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking for a man, it's Underwood. He's moving out of the pocket. He can't make the connection, it'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Extending the play. A strike downfield. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Dead center perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. We are just about ready to start the 2nd half. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Right on the money. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. And the Blazers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young. Bosa's Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going...
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. The Blazers will punt it away on 4th down. He's got great speed. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Quarterback making checks. That's caught. It's Coleman. Wide open spaces. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
They go back to work for the first down in the final period of this one. Smart move to keep it on the ground. They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and after that big run, the defense answers. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. It's Underwood. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Space. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot.
And the defense aims. Got him at the 27. And the Blazers want to pick up the tempo.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the...
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. The short hand, it's Platt. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Rush is on him. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Using his legs, it's Jordan. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep...
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the stomping has commenced.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to throw. It's Simmons. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Moves around to clear up the vision. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And they can't make the play on third down.
And the offense comes up short on third down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on fourth down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Here's a throw downfield late. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is and the Bearcats will put total leather to crank us up. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Ohio State's offense will come out first. Off from the gun. There he goes. Oh, he's got some space. The 30. Inside the touchdown, Ohio State. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Leaves it with the back. And the first play is stuffed, and the visitors know they're not exactly being welcomed in this place.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Trying to impose their will with the run. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
And the Bearcats will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. The offense changing the play. To the air, it's Underwood. Shoots it to the left. It's caught downfield. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run it out of the shotgun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And that is where defensive ends make their money, by getting to the quarterback and knocking him down.
Dang Skippy. That's what you want to be. You want to be a double-digit sack guy. You want to be a guy that puts pressure on the quarterback. Playing the run is fun, but I want to get quarterbacks, and I want to make their life fun.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the air on first down. He lets it fly. Snags it. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up 1st and goal. Around the corner, it's Singleton. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And they had the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with. running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They dial up on second and a long way to go. Off play action. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
That's a great individual effort by him right there. When I think about Ohio State football, too, especially on defense, right, it's the legacy of the Silver Bowl. It's guys flying around, giving great effort, getting to the football, but it all has to start up front on the D-line. You've got to be dominant at that position. And right there, you just saw that, the ability to win one-on-one and make a play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Power football with the run. They stopped him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. The Bearcats line up to punt it away. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The Bearcats decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had a much better field position this time around. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. He might want another play.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They got it down to the 21.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Under fire. Zings it complete to the right. Lots of running room. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now on first and goal, a score here, and that mountain is huge if you want to make a comeback. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Loss on first down increased the degree of difficulty. Second and goal from the 8. Got it in the middle, it's White. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
Fires into the end zone. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best player's got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Back to throw, it's Crowder. Grabbed over the middle, it's Collins. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They'll hurry to the line. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He's going to run it. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Clock stops momentarily. Under fire. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Unleashes one. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up fourth down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
On his way back from the 20. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. And holding on to a first-half lead, this offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to the locker room. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Dropping back, it's Crowder. Bought a little time, lets it go. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone. They did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. And the Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll haul it in right around the logo. And the returner will be brought down. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches. He's
brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll go right back to it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Underwood. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Defense makes the stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Final stand to the game, and we'll start with a 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The Bearcats moving quickly to the line.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle.
And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense. Great place to start for this offense. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Motion from the wideout. They'll try to get it in with the run. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying to barrel in. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Nice second down defense there that time. It looked like the defense was anticipating the drag route that time. We saw they were able to rally to the ball, get him down on the ground. It now sets up third down in the red zone. Let's see what they do here.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Caught behind the line. It's Jordan. Got the completion, but couldn't quite maneuver his way in. He'll be inches short of the score.
Nice job by the defense there. They knew coming into this one, this running back was dangerous catching the football, so really good job getting him down on the ground, now setting up 4th and goal.
Tries to slither forward on the sneak. The sneak scores it.
In a 4th and goal situation, bring in the beef. The goal line package, all the heavy guys, the tight ends, and just pound the rock when you need it. Running back falling forward, getting the touchdown. Offense just went big on your booty.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense. Defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard to practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack at the equation.
Lost one deep down the right side. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. The Bearcats will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They bring him down. Strong effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance. And the 49ers will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Ohio State's offense will go on the attack first. If you look at this game on paper, it really shouldn't be much of a matchup. You have a high-powered offense against, candidly, an overmatched opponent. But, hey, you never know. You got to line up and play the game.
On paper, this is a horrible matchup. But this game's not played on paper, right? Like, this defense, they're going to have to play their best game. They're going to have to play more consistent than they have. They haven't tackled well this season. They're going to have to play their best game against a great opponent. But we've seen upsets happen. They got to get some adrenaline, some emotion, something good to happen early.
I think it has to happen early, David, and then the question is, can they maintain that over the course of the entire game? Listen, it's college football. 18 to 22-year-olds, and maybe this offense just thinks they can come out here and roll their helmet out on the field, and that's going to get it done. We've seen crazy stuff happen, but no doubt, this defense has to play out of their minds today to have any shot.
So now it's 2nd and long. That's reeled in. It's Coleman. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Will not get there. A 4th down stop. So the Charlotte 49ers offense has the ball for the first time. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is, how's this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their backs touches, but try to keep them away from this guy because he is a heat-seeking missile.
He is, and he's sideline to sideline. He's good in the pass. He's good in the run. Like, he really is hard to get away from. Maybe read himself. You know, get the ball out quick. Try to avoid him as much as possible because he has wrecked many a games.
Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Pressure coming. Always a welcome play for the defense. They get a sack at the 47.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D-line in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a game runner.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And it's hard to imagine starting a game any better than this defense has. 2 sacks on the opening drive of the game. Something that they pride themselves on. If they get you in these types of situations, they can pin their ears back and get after. They've got multiple guys that can be a factor when it comes to rushing the quarterback. You're seeing that very early here in this game.
The 49ers will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those.
It's a seam wide open. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
That's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freezed the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Underwood. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Brings up third down. That's the end of the first quarter. With the game scored.
This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Great protection, and down the middle it goes. Oh, it's picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. Third and long, they dial up the perfect coverage, and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. From the gun, running back gets the give. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about sticking out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And the 49ers will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Rifles it down the middle. It's caught. Hits the crease. The tag. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Hey, you want to make big plays in the passing game, and to do that, you got to be able to read the defense, see what they're doing to make sure you don't put the ball in harm's way. You could see he drops back, got really good comfort level with what he's seeing. He knows he's going to fit that post over the linebackers in between the safety. Ball is on the money, and they're rewarded with a touchdown.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Hand off from the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee's signal for the 2-minute timeout. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Got his man out of the backfield. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down, but when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
Now the play fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on third down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Looking to throw on first down. Moving out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you can have offensively. David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into half.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Here comes the heat. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Wow, the quarterback got away with one there. He's lucky that defender dropped that pass, because if he picks it, he might have taken that one to the house.
Punt is on its way. Hauls it in and looking upfield. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. And the Buckeyes will boot it away to start the second half. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, and excellent field position for this offense.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. They'll give it to the back. Finding an escape route. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The 49ers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run it from the gun. Kearney on the Jets. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall that just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Here's the pressure. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
And that's a really good play. That's a ball. That's thrown way down the field. A lot of time for me to do what? Get a little bit handsy, get my hands, force a PI. Stayed calm, did a nice job staying the course, got his hand on the football for the deflection.
Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Finds his man. It's White. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. Oh, he found a space on the right. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Is incomplete. Brings up 3rd down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Ohio State 14, Charlotte 0.
So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Buckeyes are on the move. Trying to run, it's Singleton. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Fires to the tight end. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He kept him out of the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1-yard line.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late will be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Trying to slam it. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little. It was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point is good. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. To the air, it's Bailey. Makes the catch. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the 49ers want to crank the tempo. To the air on 2nd down. And the defense got him at the 27. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got it across the 35 to the 36, but the defense knew that line to defend, and they force a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Goes to the option. Now the toss. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed.
Headed to the end zone, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Salt enter wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stings, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe it's something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done...
He's loose. He is stopped short of the line to gain. The fourth down try goes awry, and that might just do it. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. From the gun, running back on the move. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to...
And the Bulls will kick it away first. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Buckeyes offense will get the football first. A lot of times you run into these types of matchups, high-powered offense, big-time team against an opponent that's likely overmatched. So how do they keep this thing from getting ugly?
Well, everyone's going to have to elevate their level of play here defensively to have any chance in this one. And I'll tell you the hard part about stopping this offense, David, it's what Chip Kelly used to always say. It's a nameless, faceless opponent. They don't care who you are. They don't care what your record is. This offense comes out, and they are trying to embarrass you.
Well, the good thing is for this defense, it's been talked about all week, right? Like, you're not good enough. This is a high-powered offense. Like, the players' attention are fully caught, right? They know exactly what they're going against. Let's see if some emotion and adrenaline can really play a factor, and they play better than they have all year.
Fires to the big fella. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking for space. It's Jordan. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Buckeyes can really attack on this second and short. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Nice. Really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
Snagged in the middle, it's Anderson. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
And the Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Catch in the middle, it's Coleman. Turning it off. Got enough space. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Buffalo Bulls offense will get the ball for the first time. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is how's this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their backs touches, but try to keep them away from this guy because he is a heat-seeking missile.
He is, and he's sideline to sideline.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye D.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all those guys you see performing at a high level in the NFL. Man, you see that, you want to go get it, recruiting guys to fit those profiles. That's why Ohio State always has a good defensive line.
The Bulls will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field the punt and look for room. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll start this drive at their own 48. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback...
Unloads it downfield. Hits him in stride at the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Marches ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Send the tight end in motion. Off play action on first down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout. And man, oh man, can these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And the Bulls have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Grabbed in the middle. It's Green. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced the punt. Here on third down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. And the returner is stopped. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Throws to the wideout. got him downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Plucks it out of the air. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line after the catch. It'll be 1st and goal.
Man, he looks like he's in a rhythm on his drive, right? 3 for 3. He's going where he needs to go with the football. The defense doesn't have any answers for him. Find the offensive coordinator. I'm letting this guy keep chucking it down here close to the goal line.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
Fires into the end zone. Just threw that one way too far.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up 3rd down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He's out of bounds at the 25-yard line, gets it right back to the touchback position, and the offense will take over. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pulls it in. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. The Bulls headed quickly to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And this defense just continues to dominate the football game. This score is lopsided. It's not looking good. But I know one thing. If you can't protect that guy, there's no chance for you to win this game or the future games.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Punt is on its way. Now on the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. First play of this drive comes from the 27. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
The Buckeyes come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Offense facing.
And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. It won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Ohio State 21, Buffalo.
So first down will open up the final period. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Underwood. Bringing the heat. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He's going for a big play downfield. Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up with an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and...
There he goes!
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And the Bulls come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Trying play action. Caught over the middle. It's Miller. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. To the air on first down. Rushes on him. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the right. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Takes it the other way. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Ohio State. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points. And now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
They'll run play action. He's going up top here late in the game. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And this offense finally gets something together and gets on the scoreboard. It's not over yet, but this is a good sign, man. They got the positive momentum. See if they can build on this, even though we're in the 4th quarter.
A strong, methodical, workman-like effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my team